Why am I putting in this effort for the last month of the season if you're already going to get rid of me? A lot of these insiders, they have inside sources. It's
guessing.
So we're back. Oh my goodness. No. No.
With Bob.
We're back.
Bob Ninkovich.
Another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show. A super awkward, weird, fresh shaven episode 116.
Bob Ninkovich.
Bob Ninkovich is here with a double chin and a very pale face. So not a big fan of the look.
So was it at least instant regret when you did
Oh my gosh. Well, I did the handlebar at first for fun, and I was bored. The family, we had a kind of a little sickness go through the house. My wife went to Disney. Don't ask why adults do that for fun. I took the kids. I was just had everything on lockdown. She came back, didn't feel great. Gave it to the kids. Kids got it. I felt fine, but I felt the urge to just rid myself of anything that could possibly have the flu. And so I took the beard off.
What'd you do the minute that you shaved the last piece off?
I went, oh no. Oh no, I don't love this look, and I'm not a fan. But the good thing is, as my daughter was crying, literal tears of ew.
Does she look at you yet?
It will grow back. It's already coming. I mean, it's already sandpapery. No, it hasn't. It's been 3 days.
No, it hasn't.
4 days.
I don't think
About
so.
4 days. Yes. Not a week.
Close to a week.
On this episode, we have some big things to jump on. Big things we got to talk about. Coming out recently, 2 days ago? A couple days ago?
Yeah, the Koran thing.
That Bill Belichick will not be the head coach of the New England Patriots.
The decision was made already.
The decision was made that Bill,
not going to be the head coach.
That they are moving on from Bill. And this is Tom Koran.
Yep, and that happened in the Germany game.
Yep.
He was not coming back.
It was a bad game.
Yeah.
It was a bad showing, obviously. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
I feel like that statement obviously is viral. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's First Take. It's Stephen A.
It was on ESPN Breaking News. You get
Breaking News. It's on every single platform. And then that got walked back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it was out there. Then it kind of, if the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, if they they just win on a Thursday night game, if they have a big game against Kansas City, maybe that's not the case. Maybe he sticks around.
Well, it was on the McAfee show. He put, Tommy Koran reported that New England Patriots are moving on from Bill Belichick after the season. This is the next day. After the Colts game in Germany, his sources told him that the decision had been made. He also added that things could still change. Well, so if the decision's made...
It's kind of like, the decision's made, but maybe not.
Yeah.
So it kind of protects me a little bit.
It's bullshit reporting, though.
I want to know if he gets a call from
But who would it be from? Because there's only 3 people that would know, right? It's Bill and Jonathan and Robert. Well, they're not going to involve anybody else in it.
I was listening to Greg Hill show this morning, and Ty Law called on, right? And he comes on once a week.
Yeah.
And he said something that I think is actually smart, and that would be the case. If you found out you were going to get fired and you have a guaranteed contract as a head coach, why wouldn't you just walk in the office and say, if this is real and this is actual facts,
see you.
I'm going to go pack my shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to get paid no matter what.
Yep.
You're firing me. You're moving on from me. I need to know now, why am I putting in this effort for the last month of the season if you're already going to get rid of me?
Yeah.
Let me go figure it out.
The other thing is he's under contract, guaranteed contract.
Man.
So the only thing they can do is they have to trade him, right? Because if they fire him, he's just going to sign somewhere else to coach for like $1 million a year, and the Kraft's going to be on the hook for $24 million.
Yeah.
So they have to trade him. But he holds all the cards in the trade, right? Because he can just say, nope, I don't want to go there.
We talked about
It's
that
like the
before.
Gronk thing.
Yeah, he could say, hey, I don't want to go there.
Yeah. Or,
You're going to have to cut me or
you're not
fire
going to
me.
give up a first-round pick. It's because, I mean, he's literally negotiating the trade with himself, right? Because he'd be the one going into it to, give up the capital or whatever to trade for him and all that stuff. I think it's like typical Patriots fans that are so spoiled, and it goes to like, Bill needs to go, this is bad and all that. What's the alternative?
I think that there is definitely this new regime in coaching where you see it with the Rams, Dolphins. It's this younger generation of offensive guys that I think certain fan bases and younger fans are like, yo, look at what McDaniels is doing. Mike McDaniels is doing in Miami. Look at what McVay did with the Rams, like this young guy in his 30s, offensive guru, kind of quirky. Guys want to play for him versus that old school, Parcells, Belichick, that mentality. It's like two different types of styles. I think we're seeing some success on that other side. So people are like, yo, if the shitty Dolphins can do it, why can't we go get a young, new offensive guru mindset?
It doesn't work. It fails more times than not.
It does. I mean, look at what was this guy?
Oh, Adam Gase.
Yeah.
That was. But the thing with like Mike McDaniel right now, right? They just lost a very. It was a very bad showing. So how does the team then respond from that? But then you look at Bill Belichick, right, where the season's been over for weeks now.
Yeah.
And he's still getting the players to come out and play every single game. When everybody could be mailing it in, the defense is playing very well. Like they're playing hard.
I think this game will be a huge test to see, okay, where do you measure up defensively against not the Steelers with shitty backup quarterback, not some of these really shitty teams.
Yeah.
Not a rainy Chargers game.
Yeah.
A Kansas City team with a good quarterback. How do we look against this team? How does our offense look against this team? And if Kansas City comes in and completely blows the doors off the defense and they look I agree with like there's no competition level there, I think that's different. I think that kind of changes what the last month or 6 weeks of that whole defense is still playing hard and offense and everyone's still in it. We just need a different quarterback. So that's going to be a big factor coming up in this Sunday's game. What does it look like for the whole team? And then on top of it, we talked about Cunningham. Give Cunningham the chance. Give Cunningham a chance.
Yeah.
And they put him back on the practice squad. Guess what? The Ravens of all teams claim him, and now he's an active player because if you get claimed, you have to be active for 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
If you get claimed.
Yeah.
So the Ravens basically stole maybe a great player, maybe a guy that you could have given a chance.
And he could be a shitty player.
He could be a shitty player.
You just don't know because you never put him in there. I try to tell you.
He could be terrible. He could be like absolutely dog shit. But if you never put him out there, you don't know. I mean, in practice, but it's not the same. It's
when people comment on it, I want to comment back. And when I talk to some people, they're like, "Well, he obviously must not be good because they're not giving him the chance." And I bring up you all the time because I'm like, Rob played on an 0-16 team.
I didn't even
didn't get a snap.
Yeah,
and ended up being released. Basically,
I didn't play.
Yeah, but then comes to New England eventually and, has a very good career. And, like Sean Payton came out and said, like, one of the worst decisions he made was letting you walk. And then obviously you couldn't play on an 0-16 team. You never know until these guys get a shot. And especially a quarterback like Malik Cunningham, where he has all these physical gifts. It just matters, can you translate it into a game?
Well, this is what happens. And I would say this is what happened in my career, which I experienced, which actually, it sucks. And it really is a bullshit thing that a lot of guys have to deal with. So you have all these people that make all these decisions, and then it's supported by the high ups, right? So you have your head coach, and then you have the owners, and they're saying, okay, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. So then it trickles down to, hey, we're going to draft this guy in the first round. Doesn't matter what it is, first round pick.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to get the majority of the opportunities.
They have
to play, because it's guaranteed contracts. It's multi-million dollars. Like, we're guaranteeing this guy, he's going to play.
And owners, GMs, and stuff like that don't want to look like that they fucked
Why
up a
would
first-round
you put yourself in a situation to bring in a free agent that looks way better than your first round pick?
Yeah.
Or somebody that you had your whole scouting department and whole effort in the draft process select that person, and then you let a guy come in and make you look stupid.
Yep.
And I think it's different when guys get hurt. Like when
easy
Bledsoe got hurt and Tom was the 6th round pick, and he comes in and he looks good, and you say, hey, guess what? This guy's on the back end of his career.
Yeah,
this guy wasn't our guy
to
begin with. Like, that was a Parcells guy.
Yeah.
And maybe it was...
Well, it was a Parcells guy, but they had just signed Bledsoe to the largest contract in NFL history.
So they could have. It was
the thing that worked out for that, though, is it was an injury, but it was a long-term injury. Like, he was out for most of the season,
most of the year,
almost died.
Yeah,
So like it gave Brady, like it gave him a larger body to do it on. So then they really had an easy way of not walking it back, and then they traded Bledsoe, and kind of went that whole thing. But you're right. Like, it is tough to bring in. You change the offense. You bring in Malik Cunningham, and it's like, this kid is lighting it up.
So when I went to New Orleans back after I was with Miami, and then they claimed my contract, and I went back, they had 2 guys, which Will Smith, rest in peace, great guy. He had a huge contract. He was #1 draft pick, high draft pick, played great football. Gave him a huge contract, say like $70 million or whatever. Then they had Charles Grant, was the #5 or #3 overall pick from Georgia. Had a great career as well. They gave him a $80 million contract. Then they had this guy Bobby McCray, who they gave like $30 million to out of Jacksonville. Big 6'6" guy, tall, long arms, all that. So when I come in after they had an issue with 2 of the guys, with Will Smith and Charles Grant were going to be suspended the last 4 weeks of the season. That's why they claim me. They're like, hey, these 2 guys are out. This will be an opportunity. Well, the judge overruled the ruling. It was like the Star Caps thing. It was like a dietary pill. Yeah. Something was in the ingredients list that wasn't on the bottle. So they literally like did away with the suspension. And I remember that offseason, they were just like, hey, we got 3 guys here for $180 million.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty. It's pretty much those guys are going to be playing. You're going to be a long snapper, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's bull. I mean, I was probably a better player than Bobby. I could have been the 3rd guy, but because he had the contract, he was going to be the guy on the field, and they weren't going to give me the opportunity. Just like Cunningham, I think they gave him that contract and they gave him the bonus because they liked him.
No, I think they were trying to convert him to wide receiver.
They were trying to move his position.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, good for him to have another opportunity.
He went to the best possible case scenario he could go to, because he is going to literally, I mean, they don't have to change the offense, right? Now they have a #1, #2 quarterback that run the same exact offense, which is always the difficult thing when you have a dynamic quarterback that, if they go out, like look at the Bears, right? Like Justin Fields goes out, and then you almost have to change the offense because you don't have a a guy like him to come in.
Yes.
And it's happened to the Ravens a lot where they have a very good season going. Lamar gets hurt, and then they just kind of, shit out. Now they have insurance for Lamar. And then, what if he starts looking really good or similar to Lamar, and now he's making $200,000 a year, and the Ravens could look and go, you know what, maybe we get 3 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson, and then we're going to elevate Malik Cunningham in here now, and then they can really put together some crazy good team.
It's very smart.
Oh, brilliant.
Very smart. And so
I almost want to be a Ravens fan.
Going back to the Cunningham thing, guys see that on the team. So when I say that you see that, you see a guy that has some juice or makes some plays, and on the practice field, you're like, dang, why isn't this guy getting a shot? Why isn't he getting a shot? What's the worst thing that could happen? He looks as bad or worse than what we've been seeing. Yeah. So then he gets picked up, and then you have guys on the team start to congratulate. Hey, go out there and show out. Hope you get a great opportunity. Go out there and ball.
Yeah, they're putting crap like you didn't get a chance.
You didn't get a shot. Go take your shot there. So that's one of those things where that could bring a team to the point. And then all this news about Bill. So if you're a player on the team and you hear that Bill's potentially out,
what are you doing then?
You're just like, I got 4 weeks to go, and we're heading to Aruba.
Yeah.
What does my contract look like? Hey, I'm almost, my contract's up.
Yeah.
Who might be the head coach? Mayo? Let me go talk to him.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think it's funny though when we posted the one thing of that the players think Malik should start. This was back when right after the Germany game that we put out there, and people were like, "That's fake news. Where you hearing that from?" and all that.
Fake news.
It's been very clear, but it goes with. I'm not saying Malik Cunningham is going to be the next Lamar Jackson, but like, if you're a team and you have a guy like that, and you're in a situation that you could just go out and just say like, let's see what this kid's got. You fucking do it. You're 3-10. You freaking do it. Like, no matter how well Bailey Zappi does this year, do you really think he's going to be the quarterback next year?
Here?
Yeah.
I think
with a top 5 pick?
I think he could. Not for a top 5 pick, but I'm saying, for example, if he comes out and he makes some great throws like he did last week, like that throw that he made to Hunter Henry. I know. You're not a big fan, but I'm saying if you can look at how much you would save. Like, look at all these teams. Like, look at Brock Purdy.
But you
look at Brock Purdy. He is Mr. Irrelevant, and he has turned. If John Lynch could screw up so bad with what he did in the draft pick and suck down
the Panthers bailed him out with getting Christian McCaffrey.
But I'm saying maybe you add some pieces. Maybe you go get a guy that's available, or you go draft a young, crazy, talented guy.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that if you draft a quarterback, it doesn't matter if it's 1st round or 7th round. You still get them for unbelievably less money than a free agent quarterback. Paying Jimmy G $30 million. But the Patriots as a franchise, right? They have to make, if you're the Crafts, you have to make a statement, right? Like after the season. So you have to draft a top quarterback. Because if you don't, the optics are so bad. Because it's going to be, the optics come back as, oh, look, they're going to run it back with Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones when they went 3-10. They're 3-10 right now, whatever they end up with. Like, it's not going to look good to bring those two back. I don't think either of them come back.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
I just think that the situation that they're in right now, the uncertainty at the head coaching position, potentially Mayo, which that just came out that that whole thing could be The legs on that whole thing could be chopped out from underneath it.
I definitely know. You really think the Crafts would get rid of everybody and just start fresh? The whole reason they brought Bill Belichick back was because Kraft had familiarity with him. He liked Bill. He knew Bill. So I think the only outside candidate that could be they would bring in as a head coach is a Mike Vrabel. They're not going to go get like the offensive coordinator from the Lions or something like that. They're not going to do that.
You called me a fanboy?
Oh yeah, you fanboyed out.
I did. I mean, I enjoy watching.
You fanboyed out.
I text him, Will Levis.
I really like your game.
No, I
Will.
said I love your game, kid. Keep balling. And he goes, man, I grew up watching you, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I feel old. Okay.
That's a fanboy. TJ, is that a fanboy thing?
Call me a fanboy. I like watching good football. Okay, whatever.
You like that? You're gonna start putting mayo in your coffee?
Ew.
That's what he does.
Who does?
Will Levis.
He's jacked. He's got the bicep, the shoulder vein.
He puts mayo in his coffee instead of like
what's
creamer.
He on that MCT? He's like the fats. Good fats.
I don't know.
Good fats.
But that thing is like, it would have been nice to have Will Levis as your backup quarterback. Or like the reports came out now that Tommy DeVito almost signed with the Patriots in the offseason. He could have been...
Stellato. Sean Stellato. How about Sean the agent?
Looks like Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 1.
He's a hustler, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
he probably works hard as shit.
He'd hit me up. He'd be like, hey, man, I got this thing going on in Salem. It's a book thing. You want to come to it? He's got his own book. He wears like the Gucci shoes and he's like, hey, I got this suit guy out in New York. You want to go get a free suit? Go get a free suit. So
right down the alley here.
Went to he got a free suit for me. And then he took me to, you want to go get, all you can eat sushi. He's got the sushi hookup. He's got the suits. He's got the bag. You want what kind of bag you want? You want a bag?
You get any chicken cutlets?
I'm sure I could get some.
Some good.
We need to get him on. He'll come on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So
he's
apologize.
like national news.
I know. Apologize for Malcolm. We'll get Malcolm on. He is in LA, and let's just say that the time that if you set a time with Malk, he might be off of that time a little bit. So he's definitely coming on. He's got to come up here to do a few things. So he's coming on. I promise you that. 100%. We got to ask him a question.
You have to corral him up and get him.
I'll just have to go pick him up. He's sending me videos of his like 1986, whatever that is, Chevy Corolla. He's like, man, I put a new interior in this thing. I'm like, bro, that thing's worth $2,000, maybe $500.
Malcolm's funny though.
He's like, I put a used Cadillac motor in it.
Malcolm's fucking funny.
He said it started on fire though. I said, what? He said, yeah, the wires all went up. I said, okay, man.
So I've been talking to some people, and a lot of them are saying that they feel bad for Mac Jones.
A lot
of people in the locker room.
I don't feel bad for a person making multi-million dollars. Like, how could you feel bad? You feel bad that his ego and his confidence and all that stuff is crushed. He's still making like $5 million this year. Like, come on. What do you feel bad about? He's cashing a check this week for about $250,000.
So it came in like OTAs, early OTAs, when they were putting the offense together, and they couldn't get a playoff because of the offensive line.
But okay, the offensive line has had some issues, but there's still no excuse for some of the turnovers and some of the things that we saw, just bad football, throwing off your back foot, throwing interceptions that are just so awful.
But I think that's all come up because of how bad the offensive line played with him from
all right,
the start.
Well, then if I was him, I would just, every time I was about to get hit, instead of throwing the ball into traffic, I'd just take the sack. They'd have double the amount of sacks. People would say, wow, this is the worst offensive line we've ever seen. It wouldn't be all on Mac, but when he has, 12 interceptions this year? He's got 12 interceptions, I think.
Yeah.
That's
but it's
garbage.
But it's like that he's like shell-shocked. He's seeing ghosts. Like he's throwing off his back foot where there's nobody rushing in and like, afraid of rushing in there. I mean, granted, I don't think there's anything you can do to fix it right now. I think he needs to go somewhere else and all that. But with the offensive line, should they have done something different in camp after seeing it that bad? Like, who does the blame go to? Who does the blame go
Personnel
to for the Mac Jones
decisions.
regression?
I'd say personnel decisions.
Yeah.
With the way they built the roster. It's drafting, the way that they, drafted a certain way, re-signing certain guys, not having that depth, losing key coaching. Popovich, what I talked about before, losing good coaching. And not having good pocket awareness. I think Mac sometimes doesn't have great pocket presence either. He should step up or he should move.
Why didn't he his rookie year, though?
The coaching was different. He had better coaching.
The offensive line was different.
Yeah, but there was also better coaching there. Was Scarnecchia the O-line coach his rookie year?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
Much better coaching.
Yeah.
So,
but there's some personnel in there, too.
Definitely personnel.
Yeah. I mean, you started the year, though. You didn't have a right tackle.
They also,
Didn't have a right tackle.
Paying Trent Brown. He was injured all year.
He's like the number 4 graded left tackle in the NFL.
I know, but I'm saying he hasn't been available all season.
He's been most of the season.
But not, they rotated him he missed a few games.
Yeah. And they've been rotating him in because he's still hurt.
He's still hurt. He's playing hurt. So I think.
But doesn't that show you, though, that Bill hasn't lost the locker room and then has the respect if guys are out there playing while hurt?
No, because that's what the NFL is. You're
Not
playing hurt.
Trent Brown's contract is fully guaranteed.
I'm saying, but as a football player, there's this, like, you don't just pack it in. I mean, he could pack it in.
Yeah.
But
he's not.
It's not his mentality.
Okay.
Right? So he's going to go out there and he's going to play.
You have
he's
a mentality.
Playing hurt. He's still a good tackle.
Yeah.
But maybe the guard next to him isn't picking up the slack. Maybe they should have signed Tooney instead of letting him go to Kansas City. Maybe maybe you go and you sign 2 guards and you spend more money up there and you pay money for a tackle that you didn't really
you need
pay.
Another tackle. I mean,
So at the end of the day, it comes down to personnel. They don't have the personnel. How do you change that? Somebody has to have a different opinion on the personnel.
And then
go a different way with it. Spend a little bit more money somewhere. You don't have a high-priced quarterback.
What do you think about the tight ends, though?
Well, they messed up when they paid Hunter Henry, and who was the other guy that they paid? Jonnu Smith. He hasn't had the production. Gesicki hasn't had the production. Now, Hunter Henry, I think he's a good receiving tight end. He's a serviceable guy. I think for what they paid for him, for what he produces, I think that he has production. He's one of
the top paid tight ends in the NFL.
I know, but he still has production. Like they all obviously
he doesn't seem soft.
A little bit, but does the whole league seem soft to me?
Yeah,
I'm that old guy. I feel like the whole league's a bunch of young kids that haven't really. If this was like 2008 football, they'd be shitting their pants out there.
Yeah,
because they wouldn't be able to run over the middle and they wouldn't know how to cover kicks. Like the game has changed. The kicking game is irrelevant now. Like kickoff and kickoff return, you don't even have to. When you ran down on kickoff, before the rules were changed and you had double teams and trap blocks and 4-man wedges, you had basically your career, every play was on the line. I got to make sure I protect myself. I got to not get knocked out. I got to not get trapped. I got to go hit the wedge. I got to not let this ball get outside of me. They're going to return the football. They're going to come back with it. If it's not deep in the end zone, it's coming out. Now, kickoff and kickoff return are like,
almost none of them are even caught. They just walk
it's
away
expendable. They catch the ball on the 5 and they're fair catching it.
Yeah.
So that's not a scary play anymore. They've taken that out, which, okay, health and safety of the players. I get it. But you've also devalued and brought down a part of the game that was pretty critical. Field position, toughness, teaching guys that were in college that had to be special teamers. That was their opportunity to make a team, was through special teams. Then maybe through special teams, you make a roster, like actually to play on defense.
How you get in there.
And that's how you get up to that level.
Yeah.
So that's all gone. So I think that you've taken that talent level of, okay, you could work on a craft and get better at special teams, and then you're a special teams player, and then you're looking at defense, and I'm a backup, and I get in there, and then I perform. You don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Now you're just drafting guys that you think are players in one position. Oh, we need a guy on kickoff. I don't care what he does. Just run down there. It's a fair catch.
Yeah, it's not even caught.
It's not even like, just let it go. So there's a lot of things going on that I think it's affecting the game. And that's what Tom Brady talked about, the mediocrity of the game. I definitely see that. You got, here's another thing. You have head coach and starting quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, and a head coach complaining that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Basically screaming at the refs and saying it's unfortunate that a play like what happened with Kansas City and Buffalo got called back because basically they're saying the refs messed it up. No, the refs just saw a guy offsides.
Your teammate was a foot over the fucking line.
And threw a flag because he was breaking the rules of what the game is. Now, if he was an inch or a foot offsides, it's offsides.
Yeah.
They threw the flag before the play happened.
That's what I was going to say. Is like they threw they're acting like they only threw the flag because we had this amazing play. The flag was thrown immediate.
It's like when the defensive guy jumps off sides and the flag gets thrown and the quarterback says, "Oh shit, I'm going to throw it deep. Hopefully you get a PI."
Yeah.
They threw the flag, and then after the game, they're both complaining about it.
But Mahomes though was full blown crying like a bitch.
He was bitching and crying about that.
You ever see a lot of the memes on him that he sounds like Kermit the Frog?
He was bad in the it was.
Yeah, it's like Kermit the Frog.
It was even worse. Maybe he's got a cold or something.
Yeah,
but that is another.
Do you have the video of that, TJ? Yeah, the Mahomes crying, like. Doesn't that kind of hurt his image a ton?
Yes, I think it. Well, I knew that there was going to be a. I knew there was going to be a statement made, and he said, "Hey, I basically apologized because."
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's like going after the ref. Shouldn't you be suspended for that?
Look at him.
Yeah,
we're playing our ass off, and you're out here making terrible calls, offensive offsides. That's effing terrible.
But like he got the in the Super Bowl last year, Bradbury got called for holding, and he barely touched Juju.
Terrible call. Terrible call.
Remember the game
Saints,
against the Patriots?
I mean, think about the Saints. Think about that non-call versus the Rams and the Saints. Remember that pass interference non-call?
Yeah,
that would have sent the Saints to another Super Bowl playing the Patriots.
Yeah,
then that would have been a better game to watch. Rams versus Patriots with Drew Brees and Tom Brady than freaking shitty Jared Goff when he was getting shit in his pants.
That was you weren't on.
I was retired.
Right?
Yeah, I was out.
But Mahomes' image now, like he should be suspended right now, right?
At least
don't most guys
Don't
most guys get suspended for like that much of an outburst or ejected? I mean, that's almost what should happen. I mean, that was out of control at that point. It's not just yelling at the ref saying you blew the call. He wouldn't stop. And then he was crying to friggin' Josh Allen after the game.
Yeah,
like
it's stupid.
It was a clear penalty. It's not like they called something. Like you missed the call, right? Like they didn't miss a call.
I know.
He's didn't like that they called it. Well, talk to your fucking receiver. How hard is it? You see receivers every single weekend, right? They line up, they look over at the ref, and then the ref either tells them,
you're
back
good.
Up or back up.
No, you're not good.
So shouldn't if that's allowed, if that's what happens, you as a wide receiver, if you're lining up on the line of scrimmage, you should always be looking over, shouldn't you? I mean, you should never be called for that. Because if you look to the ref, right, and they tell you like, no, you're good, they're not going to throw the flag.
He could easily it's like muscle memory. So he could easily have been like looking like doing this, like thumbs out. Because usually what they do is they point.
He didn't look though. If you watch it,
he didn't. He was looking at the quarterback. So he might have just went like, and then the referee's like, no, like I don't. You're not looking at me.
Yeah.
And then he was clearly off. But then they showed multiple times in the game where he was offsides.
Yeah.
So maybe they did give him 5 or 6 times.
They probably gave him the warnings,
or just the leeway of, okay, maybe he'll back up next time. And then that play, they're like, all right, shit, he's offsides again. I got to throw it. So that was it. It was the right call. So I'm glad that they called it, because guess what? That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, they said too afterwards, part of the reason they call it when they call it is they can't, if the ref can't see the ball, he throws it because he can't, like, if there's a false start after that or anything, he'll miss the false start because he can't see the ball. I mean, it's pretty freaking, I don't know. The bait, like, he's just like his fucking brother. Like that whole fucking box that they have, like with his wife and Taylor Swift and
I don't know, man.
Jackson
I think it's
Mahomes.
I think it's
how is Jackson Mahomes allowed at an NFL game?
Remember when he was doing this stupid dance?
Remember when
on Sean Taylor's number?
Yeah,
and they didn't realize it.
Yeah,
freaking idiot! What a moron! Didn't he like do something to some waitress or something? He like
he
make
sexually
out
assaulted her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Then you had like Mahomes' wife was pouring champagne on people after they won from the box. Peasants.
You silly peasants. Freaking
now they got a Taylor Swift in there.
Taylor Swift. Oh my God, a Swiftie.
That's why people are going to the game on a Sunday.
Just to see
Taylor Swift is what they're saying.
Dude, that's so crazy. Isn't it wild?
It's a cult. You gonna go try to see Taylor Swift?
Dude, I watched something on Netflix yesterday.
I gotta grab a beer.
Yeah, go ahead, get me one too.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Ethan Hawke, Julia Roberts.
Yeah, that movie. This is the end or something.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You take out your cell phone, you take out the satellites, you take out the
Outhouse Ale or Exhibit A?
Outhouse Ale? I don't know.
I found two that I've never seen before.
I'll try. I'm sorry. I have a nasty cough. I'll try an outhouse. Give me an outhouse. Hopefully it's not shitty. Chapstick. Give me the outhouse. Yeah, those are all right. Outhouse. It doesn't taste like it came from an outhouse. Okay. That's good to know. Let's see.
That's why I got it.
Smells good.
This is from New Hampshire.
It's pretty good.
Northwood, New Hampshire.
I like it. They need to work on their labeling. It's very
Plain
Jane. Maybe they like it that way.
TJ's a graphics guy. I'm sure he likes the look of it.
It's an outhouse. It could just have like vapors coming
Got
out.
a nice
of
little smell to it.
It does smell good. Maybe they use cherry or something because it's pretty good.
That's actually really good.
It's very good. I like it.
It doesn't taste like it came from an outhouse.
It does not. It does not.
We should start like rating these like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. Let's start today. All right. Let me go.
Like you're gonna do like a Dave Portnoy. One sip, everybody knows the rules.
Use 3 words to describe it, maybe.
Yeah. 3 words to describe it and a score.
I would say it's
This is actually really good.
crisp. Is it crisp?
Yeah.
Has a crisp taste to it.
It's got like a hint of cherry too.
Cherry, like fresh. I'd say crisp.
But it's not like a sour.
It's a crisp, fresh cherry ale.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I taste out of it.
Yeah, but it's not like like normally a cherry would be a sour.
No, it's not. It's not
sour at all.
It's good. I'll give that that's a good. We going points on this system?
Yeah,
or
like 1 through 10.
that's just straight numbers, or are we going like 7-2, or are we just doing
you can do
7?
like 7.2.
I'd say this is a 7.8. 7.8. 7.8.
I don't know. I actually really like this one. I'd go 8.1.
8.1.
Yeah, Outhouse Ales.
Outhouse say 7.8's good. Now I'm a tough critic, so
That's a high score for me.
yeah.
Where would the
7.8.
chapstick one get? Like a negative?
0.5.
Negative.
I can't even. 0.
It screwed up everything. I couldn't drink anything like the rest of the day.
It was
like
bad.
Anything.
It was really weird. It's weird. It's over there, I think, but we're not going to say what it is.
The smell is really good in
stuff.
this too.
How about get a little fighting in NBA?
A little Draymond Green.
Little suspension.
Did you see the actual thing?
I didn't see it though. Can you pull that up?
That's a
Like what was the actual event that took place?
you'll see. It's like nothing
Let's see.
right there. No.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, can we open that up? Like open the Oh, that was it?
That was it though. The first one.
Oh, so is it multiple things?
Well, they're showing all the ones that he's done.
Okay, because he's had multiple offenses, right?
Yeah.
What a psycho, huh? What a real basketball nut, huh? All right, so there's this. Oh no, he's. Who is it? Who'd he do it? Okay, it's right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That wasn't like a.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a Joe Rogan. That's perfect.
What a weird. Like he tried to act like he wasn't doing it.
He
That was
fucking
so
threw a right hook at
I
him.
know he. I mean, it was so weak though. That's a weak.
Yeah,
he
but
was
that's
trying to.
intentional. You told me before. Well, he just like swung his arm.
He was trying to act like he was just turning around, and basketball players are pretty awkward. Like that was. He was trying to hit him in the face, of course.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't just. He was trying to do this. That is so stupid. Like, why did he look so awkward? Like, what is he trying? He's trying to get away with it by looking like he's spinning around, flailing his arms like that.
But like, what did he do to get that though? Like he wasn't like guarding him hard or
Probably
anything.
just too close to him. And
No,
he was probably annoyed that he was guarding him so tight and pushing on him. And so that is so bad. And look at the ref. Like, you see what the ref does right there? Let me see if you can see the face. He's right there. Right. He's right there. Let's see. Oh, you can't see his face. He sees it, though. Right there. He knows.
Yeah.
Bang. He's looking at it.
Yeah, so he's suspended indefinitely now. I like
Now,
the Joe Rogan part.
What is
You get that one
what
back.
does the term indefinitely mean?
It's until
Like,
they deem it like they're going to
Like
give him stuff.
you are out.
You're out until they're going to give him like something he's got to do in order to get back. I'd assume the way the NBA will be like counseling and stuff like that. I mean, it was this year, right, that he choked out Rudy Gobert, like had the headlock from behind. That was this year, right, TJ? Yeah, I think it was this year that he like choked Rudy Gobert from behind. I mean, Draymond's it's like Rodman and all those guys. They played hard and they would fight some people sometimes, but they would straight up fight you. He's kind of dirty. He's very dirty with it.
I mean, basketball is a bunch of wusses, man.
It used to be crazy.
It used to be rough. Now it's just a bunch of babies. Hey, shit's getting soft, man.
Yeah, it was a month ago.
Oh, that was a month ago?
No, the one that we just showed was.
I know, but I'm saying, what do you do there? He
choked Rudy Gobert. Yeah, you should be able to pull it up.
He put somebody in a headlock?
No, he choked him from behind.
He's got an anger issue.
Oh yeah.
So, there was a fight.
Yeah.
So then he's what? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
You see like Rudy Gobert like
face. This is insane. I didn't see this.
Yeah, but like Rudy Gobert was barely involved. He
Look
was just trying to separate them.
He's just like, oh my god.
Watch, he puts his hands up at one point like, what's going on?
Yo. Now who's gonna choke him? Dude, that's wild. He's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That is insane.
He probably needs to be suspended for the year because he always ends up having like the most technical fouls.
Do they suspend you with pay?
I think everything in the NBA is with pay.
Oh, boo-hoo. So tough.
He's near the end of his career, Draymond.
Did you happen to see Gronk go on Julian's show?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of the clips.
Did you hear what he had to say about like offensive linemen?
No.
I think they were talking about like good-looking linemen.
Oh yeah.
And
he had like said, Logan Mankins.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like cowboy hot.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Or country hot. Did he say country hot?
Yeah. They said it was like Matt Light. Matt Light was like number 1 or something like that.
He's country hot. Are
you upset you didn't make the top 5 list?
Well, I wouldn't right now. That's for sure. I'm not making any list with this weird beard gone. What do you say? Oh, it's kind of wild that they talked about the yapping, considering.
Yeah, they said it was like
that guy's in jail for a long time.
You know what? When we drafted Jimmy G, I got pissed.
Why is that?
Because I became like the 4th best looking guy. Like I was like arguably, or maybe even the 5th.
Tom was worried. You were worried. Dola was there, right?
Dola's up there.
Dola was worried.
He's like a model.
I mean, Dev's a good looking guy. We had some good looking guys.
Yes, we did. We had a good looking team.
Can we get the official top 5 most handsome Patriot list?
Tom, Jimmy G, Dola, Gronk,
Jules. What about a lineman? We got to throw a lineman in there.
Matt Light was always a good looking guy.
Great looking guy.
Logan had like a rancher.
He's country hot.
He's country hot. Do you see the comment on the Ninko? I put Ninko ? So funny.
You put it?
I put it, yeah.
Of course you fucking did.
Of course I did. That's it.
Yeah, they put your top 6. We should, you know what you should do? You take a picture of Ninko right now and then hit the reply on that.
No.
Put it there.
No. I'm not feeling too good right now. I'm not on the. I'm right now. If you were to, if I had like a online dating profile,
you'd be using the old picture.
And I went to the date with all the pictures that I would have posted, they would say, "Oh hell no! Like this ain't the guy that I saw in the."
Should have got like a toupee. They have like
I thought about
toupees,
putting some black on there, but yes, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, but it'll probably come back all white now.
I know you're scared with that.
It's gonna be all gray. Son of a bitch. Not what I was looking forward to.
Will your daughter look at you yet?
She keeps asking me when it's going to be back. So I say it's every day. It's going to get a little longer. It'll be better. Just
who was more upset, her or Paige?
Oh, my daughter was way upset because I haven't shaved in probably 5 or 6 years. I think my son, 7 years, easy. Haven't shaved in 7 years. Maybe as far as like shaving it to the skin. So when I came downstairs, Wyatt, who's 4, was like, "What?" And then Everett, all he would do was just look at me, and he was just like, "You look really weird." Like, yeah.
And then what did Via say?
She literally started crying. She just started crying.
That make you feel
She's
good?
like, no, I have a Christmas thing on Tuesday. She's like, you have to come to school. I was like, yeah, but it's not so bad. She was like, it is. It is really bad. So anyway, it's on its way back. It'll be back in no time.
Well, you told me it was gonna be a week.
It'll be about a week.
It could be like 2 or 3 weeks.
Might be 2 or 3 weeks.
You get worried about it?
No, but you already see the shadow coming back. If it doubles from where it's at right now, which would be
You're in the itchy phase yet?
no, I don't
coming.
get the itchy face.
It's gonna come.
I don't get that. It
gonna
never
come.
bothers me. I'm telling you, it
Gotta
never
use some
bothers
beard
me.
tonic.
Got to get the beard tonic. That's it. Go get yourself some beard tonic.
Yeah, to help Ninko grow it back.
I've been putting some on actually.
Yeah.
After I take a shower.
Promotes growth.
Well, because it was actually so raw.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad from shaving that I had to put something on it. So I was putting the oils on it, which is
Think it's helping?
I think it helps. I think it helped grow. If you guys can't grow a beard, get yourself some beard tonic. It's good stuff.
Yeah. You can get something like this.
Made by the pros. That's a long process.
Yeah.
You don't trim that, do you?
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
But how long do you think it took to get to that length?
It just takes this probably like 13, 14 months.
When was the last time you actually had a face like this?
Oh, a long time.
Oh, long time. Long time.
2000.
Do we have a photo anywhere of a face
Probably.
like that?
I think I sent you one before.
Yeah.
2000.
Do you have marriage? Is your photo of marriage with a beard or no beard?
I have a beard.
You have a beard like
Nothing long though.
it was short.
So I always had like the short one like you. And then when in 2015 I went to Tennessee, Nashville, and my wife and my kids, they stayed in Florida because they were finishing school. So like when we were out there, I just started growing it. My wife wanted me to have a beard, but always wanted it short. And I just grew it out. And I would be like FaceTiming her and she's like, it doesn't look good. I'm like, all right, well, I like it. And then she came out like maybe a few weeks after that and she's like, no, you need to keep it from now on. So now I'm not allowed to shave it or anything like that.
So
if
if
I
you
trim
did
it too
shave
much,
it, if you shaved it like this, what would happen?
oh, she'd freak the fuck out.
The kids would probably.
Oh yeah, they have no idea.
Have your
who you
kids
were.
ever seen you without a beard like that?
Maybe when like Maria was like, I mean, she would
Baby.
never know.
Yeah, she's just not.
Yeah.
She wouldn't know.
Yeah. My wife would like divorce me if I did what you did.
Well,
She'll tell you that. Like she gets mad. Like if I went to the barber right now and I cut like 2 inches off of this,
she'd
be mad.
She would know.
yeah, she'd
Why
be
did you
mad.
do that?
Like if I went like to like here,
Yeah.
which is still very long, but she'd.
Yeah. See,
You're gonna grow it long now.
I think I should. My problem is when I start to grow it long, like super long, it gets annoying a little bit when it's.
You've never had it long.
But
so long.
my beard, the longest my beard has ever been, it curls. Like yours is more straight. Mine really, really, really gets.
Use the oil and then like
It really gets like
use the oil
big,
and like a hair
like
dryer.
big and big and big, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it looks like this instead of like
because you got to then trim it the right way. So you
you
cut it
shape
that
it,
way.
You shape it long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
You got to go to somebody that knows how to handle a long beard.
gotta know.
You go to Rick at the Polished Man. He handles it.
Gotta go.
You get like techniques and all that stuff to handle it all.
Gotta get it long and straight.
Having a beard's a long process. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not.
It is a long process.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Get a
think.
shampoo, get a condition.
You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it flowy.
Yeah.
You know.
To keep it looking nice.
You gotta keep it with. I'd say like. Hold on. This is probably.
Trying to find the longest you ever had.
This is probably right when my last year playing. Because what I would do is I would leave my beard all season. So I would basically just let it grow for the whole year. And after a year, it was pretty long. Not as big as yours, though. But at the end of the day, I got to grow it back. That's why I'll do that. I'll get it back. I'm not worried about it. It's gonna come
I think
back.
you are worried about it.
I'm a little worried about it. Well, it's a process. It's a long process.
They have those memes of people like, that like shave and they have a beard before they put like a towel over their face and then they pull the towel off And like
Yeah.
it's always the chin. The chin's always the biggest thing. It's either it's like a double or triple chin.
Well, I have
or
a
there
double.
is no
I have
chin.
I have a double chin. I have a chin, but it's a little soft under here. But I've had that my whole life, so it's okay. I've always had a little softness of the chin. I was never like a Brad Pitt jawline. You know what I'm saying? Never had like a Brad Pitt. I'd say that was probably the longest.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Yeah, it's not that long.
You got to go longer than that.
Just let it go, man. It's definitely more gray than it was there.
Let it flow.
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
You want to do picks now? Mm-hmm. That you're still down?
Down 1, I gained 1.
I gained like 10 on you.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we still got 4 weeks.
All right, so you got
Weeks.
tonight's game. Chargers at the Raiders.
Chargers at Raiders. I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going to take the Raiders in this one.
I'm going to go Chargers.
I'll take the Raiders. Saturday games. You're
We
going to
got
have
Saturday.
what?
We got Saturday games?
Yeah, because you're getting towards the end of the season.
Okay.
You get Vikings at the Bengals.
Bengals.
Bengals. Steelers at the Colts.
Colts.
I'm going to go Colts, but not like confident on that one. Broncos at the Lions. You going to let it ride?
I'm going Broncos.
I'll go Lions.
Okay.
Gonna go against your boy Dan Campbell. You know,
I
I
like
think
the Broncos are in a good spot right now.
we gotta actually look back at this. I think Ninko's maybe picked the Broncos every week
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
because all the Broncos gear.
Going with the Broncos. Who's calling me? Oh, Julian. He's going to laugh.
Oh yeah,
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
I'm doing our pod right now, bro. What are you doing? I don't like it. I don't like it. I gotta grow it back. It's coming back quick. I don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, I look. Yeah, I don't look great. I don't look. Yeah, like Mall Cop or something like that. No, like blank check or something.
Blank check.
Blank check. Home Alone. Yeah. Yeah. Sticky bandit.
You look like Joe Pesci.
I know. What do you got right now? Just hanging out. Oh, FanDuel. Oh, I've done that one. I've done that. That's when he said I was a dog. That's when he said I was a beast.
Yeah, I didn't know it was on TV. I dropped a couple apps.
Oh, yeah, you can't. It's on TV.
YouTube's TV now.
Yeah, it's like streamed, I guess. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
Yeah, so just doing a bunch of promotions for
Nice.
the drop of season 2 of Games with Names, waiting for Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, you there? Yeah, I'm Ninkovich. You just had Grunk on, and you were talking about handsome men. I was kind of surprised Ninko wasn't on the list. I was kind of good looking guy back in the day. I mean, I'm just saying I'm not an ugly guy.
You commented on it.
I'm just honorable mention. That's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. I'll take it.
I think you're in there.
I'm saying
When the hair is good
when it's
and the beard is at a perfect length.
that's nice. Not right now. If I went on a blind date right now, if I had like a profile pic of like what I look like and went on a date, they'd be like, hell no, I'm not going on a date with you.
Can we talk about DeVito's agent, that guy?
Yeah. Remember that one time, like you're in the car and remember, I don't know what happened. It was like, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. But anyway, dude, he loves, hey, it's perfect for him. It's perfect. He absolutely loves it. I need to get on your the names and games.
You guys live right now?
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit. That's all. We're talking.
Like live with what?
We're
No, we don't run it.
we don't
live.
run it live. We're just, it's taped right now. So we're just doing it for the show right now. That's all. We do once a week. That's all.
What are you talking right now?
So we were doing our game picks this week, but we started out with,
I made Gronk just money line the Patriots.
to win.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
money line
he's out
is.
of his mind. He's not. They're not.
I don't think he's crazy either.
You
Not on to Cincinnati vibes.
ah.
The world. Like the defense is still playing pretty good.
I mean,
Zappy got a little electricity behind him.
this guy, I'm not. The only thing I'd say is you got Kansas City coming off a loss that they're pissed off about.
But they're pissed off and crying though.
It's worth it. We're point of the season where, is Pacheco playing? Is he gonna play?
No.
That was a huge loss.
Yeah, that's true.
Become one-dimensional. Belichick has always had a really great game plan against Andy Reid offenses. The only X factor that made it always really crazy is when they had Tyreek because he could stretch the defense, so it opened up a lot of things.
Yeah.
When you lose that, Bill always had a good plan against those guys.
I know. It was always run the ball, time of possession, run the ball.
You know what I mean?
It's
I don't know.
well,
8 points is a lot. 8.5 is a lot.
it is a lot. That's a lot. And Taylor, we got the Swifties are gonna be here. All the Swifties will come out.
I know.
But yeah, we were just doing our picks and stuff. But I was just seeing what you were doing. We got to get you on. We got to get you on one of these days. People love to see you. All right, I love you, man. Be good. Later. It's coming.
Oh boy,
It's coming.
I know who you're picking now in that game. All right, so we're at Jets versus the Dolphins.
I'm going Jets.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Dolphins.
I'm going Jets. I think the Dolphins, they lost Tyreek. I think
Well,
you kind of see the.
There's cracks coming because
I see the cracks.
Tua is leading those guys out to get fucking
Yes.
laid out.
Did you see Waddle get freaking?
Yeah, but everybody doesn't understand. Like that's a bad throw. You can't lead
Are they,
the
is
receiver.
it? Are the
out.
Jets going to the Dolphins, or are the Dolphins going to the Jets?
Jets going to the Dolphins? So in Miami.
It's in Miami.
It's a tough one. If they were to play like almost anybody else in the NFL, I'd probably pick the other team, but it's the Jets.
I know, but I think didn't Zach Wilson just get Player of the Week?
He played well because
Yeah.
they told him that they were going to trade him in the offseason. There's a report out now that
I'm
he has
going
an
with the
agreement.
Jets. I think the Jets defense is going to play tough.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Jets can win it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins, but I'm not like fully confident on it. I'd take the points in the Jets, like if you were to bet it.
Yeah.
Texans at the Titans. It's a good game. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm going Titans because Stroud's probably out. The quarterback's out.
I know that's if Stroud's out, they stand no chance.
Where you going? I said Titans.
I'm gonna go Titans too.
Okay.
I actually do like Will Levis. I'll agree with that. I won't fanboy on him though.
I like him. Will, I like you, dude.
Wow.
No fanboy.
Yeah. Get yourself some Will Levis. Buccaneers at the Packers. Could be a preview of your quarterback next year in New England, Baker Mayfield.
I'm going Packers.
I'm going to go Packers. Then you got chicken cutlets
DeVito
versus the Saints. Giants at the Saints.
I'm going to go Giants.
I'm going to go Giants on that one.
Yeah.
The Saints have two terrible quarterbacks. Two.
So bad. Carr.
Like turnover machines
Man, imagine being so bad and just stealing so much money for being really bad.
I know, just keep getting it.
Just keep getting money. Like, God is fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking
God,
nuts.
it is so insane that teams would keep giving you money.
Week after week.
A year.
Yeah, year after year. Falcons at the Panthers.
Falcons. That was good beer.
I know.
It's good.
Really good. What the heck? I got out of it. Bears at the Browns.
Browns,
but Joey check please is looking very good.
He does. He does look good.
But Fields looks pretty good too.
Check, please.
I would do this if I was the Patriots, by the way. If the Bears take a quarterback with one of those top picks,
Yeah.
I would not take a quarterback if I was the Patriots, and I would trade for Justin Fields.
Yeah. I could see that.
49ers at the Cardinals.
49ers.
49ers. It's a 12.5 point spread.
Whew.
Commanders at the Rams.
Rams.
Cowboys at the Bills.
Buffalo.
Cowboys. Ravens at the Jaguars.
Ravens.
Eagles at the Seahawks.
Eagles. I'm not taking the Seahawks again, those assholes.
Then Sunday on Fox, national game, Sunday at 1 o'clock on Fox. The Chiefs at the Patriots.
Chiefs.
I'm going to go with Gronk on this one.
You going Patriots?
Go Patriots.
Going back. Going back to
See,
the Pats.
I
What are you
get what
sponsoring this
people are
week? You
saying.
sponsoring something?
No. I don't. That just comes up. It's part of a whole yearly deal.
It's traveled by. Sponsored
I didn't know they do that. Like they just do that. I think with normally teams would be upset after losing like that. Like, they'd come back and play hard. But Mahomes is such a bitch. Like, it's not the same being upset. It's like crying.
Is that yours?
Yeah, it was a text message.
A lot.
It was the same as like, I don't know. It was like a bitch fit, not like an angry thing. It was like, how dare you not give me the call?
Yeah. They're so used to getting it.
And I think doesn't it look like Kelsey's slowing down?
He's old.
I know.
He's 34 years old.
I know, but the minute he loses that step, he's no longer effective, right?
I mean, he's 34.
Yeah.
People don't. Gronk, he's the same age as Gronk. He's been retired 2 years.
Think Gronk could come back?
Gronk could play right now if he wanted to.
Do you think that that Brady and Gronk and Edelman will come back to save Bill?
No. They can't. They can't move. I mean, Gronk, he's lost a step. He's still a freak, but
he can throw a ball further than you.
So he's 34 years old. He'll be 35 next year.
Yeah.
But
he's also wearing down throughout the seasons.
He's old.
He's wearing down though.
He's old.
I know.
He's 34.
Yeah.
I didn't play like a lot of guys don't play at 32, 33, 34. He's 34 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to be slower. He's not going to be as explosive. Hit the shit out of him and he's going to not want to play. Every time he gets hit, he gets up limping.
People talk about that the Chiefs are going to be the next Patriots, right? Like they get that sustained success for that long. I don't see it happening.
You know who's also had a bunch of concussions? Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
He's been fucked up a few times.
Yeah, he's all set with money now, though.
Yeah, he's good to go.
They're saying he's gonna propose to Taylor Swift.
Oh, he's going to
soon.
propose.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd try to get her pregnant.
Shave, get nice, clean shaven, and go.
Like, no, I'm saying not me personally. Like that's. I'm not saying that's what I would do. I'm saying if you're in that position, Travis Kelce, marriage, you're gonna have all the freaking prenuptial agreements and like.
No, she'll have all those,
division and all this. So you ain't not touching any of this stuff, but.
Yeah, but you have
your
a nice
kid,
life,
maybe
though.
your kid will have a nice life.
Yeah, nice life.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah,
but not me. I'm all set. I got the best wife ever.
I know she stayed with you through that.
I know through this, through the craziness.
So back to the Tom Curran report. You know Tom Curran, obviously, right?
Yeah,
from your playing days.
Yeah.
Did you ever think he would do something like that? Like where it's clear, it's clear that he doesn't really have the real information, right?
When I heard the news come out and then who the source was, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be the guy to say it.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
Because then if it doesn't happen, you look pretty silly.
Yeah.
Right. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of these insiders, you know, they
just-
have inside sources.
It's guessing.
It's hearing something, and then you say it, and then it gets out there, and then it's broadcasted. I mean, that's when in the past, when I said that I thought Tom wasn't going to play anymore and he was going to retire, and that was like, I said it before anyone else said it, and it was like a big deal. I just said it because I thought, like, well, he's done everything. He's been to the mountaintop. He's won a bunch of Super Bowls. He's got more money than you know what to do with. Like, that's why I said it. It wasn't because I knew from an inside source. I just was like,
yeah, but you started the conversation.
I started the conversation.
Like, I feel
that this is his last year. So it wasn't an inside source. Now, I'm not going to get into the sources of things, but then other things that I've said in the past were from a source that is probably pretty accurate, and it was accurate.
Like one of your big things, which was the Cam Newton thing.
Yeah,
that you got like dragged for.
Got drugged for it, but that was from somebody close to the situation.
Very close.
Very close. So
no, I mean that's what it is. I just don't think like Coran's been doing a lot of that lately. Like when Brady retired this last time, he came on like a bunch of shows like right after that saying that Brady was never going to come back and do any ceremonies or anything like that with the Patriots. And then like 3 days later, Kraft came on and was like, we're trying to get Tom back here to do a ceremony the first game and all that stuff.
Didn't you recently, Tom was basically crying on his last podcast that he does
about Belichick?
About Bill.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
he was crying.
I love the people that are like, Bill ran Brady out of town. But
no, I don't think
guys that run you out of town, like you wouldn't be crying saying they're the best coach ever. It's the best thing ever happened to me.
Here's the thing that potentially, and I could say about myself, I speak about my own situation, the environment of what winning constantly and the pressure and the, like, think about Tom Brady every single year, what he had to live up to the expectations of, but not just to be that as a player, but to cascade that down to everybody in the locker room. So he not only had to be the best player, he had to be the best leader, the best example, the best quarterback, the best captain, everything, every single year. And then on top of that, maybe not making as much money as he should have. He should have made more. Yeah. Maybe not having the credit given to him for all the things that probably had happened with the organization and the growth and the championships and all that stuff. Tom had a lot to do with it. Yeah, there's other aspects of it with Bill and Mr. Kraft and the decision making there. But Tom, for 20 years, had to have that every single year. Yeah. Like, it's not good enough. We got to be better. We got to be better. So like when he left, I felt like it was probably more of an emotional, I am separating myself from that pressure to retire and then go somewhere where it's just like, what were the expectations in Tampa?
Well,
it was, you have Tom Brady, they got a shot.
Well, no, the expectation at Tampa was they had really good weapons. They had a really good defense. They were missing a quarterback.
But I'm saying that wasn't the organizational pressure of, you have to win a championship.
And I think that's why he left, because I think he knew that season after he left in New England, if he signed, there wasn't going to be a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
There wasn't going to be.
They didn't have the
they
horses.
didn't have it.
They didn't have the horses.
Yeah. So he knew that. And I don't think that he wanted to deal with that. And he had the right not to, right? Like, he had the right to leave and all that stuff because he gave everything he had for 20
100%.
years. And I don't think it was that anybody ran him out of town or anything. I just think he looked at it and went, I don't think me, myself, can do this. Would he be able to have handled if they were 7-9 that season? I mean,
no, he would have freaked out.
Yeah. Like, he would have completely freaked out.
Yeah.
Well, so, I think that's more what it is. But when you see him talk about, like, Gronk and Edelman, when they were on their show, another one of the things they talked about was Gronk said it was the best part of his career was playing in New England.
Yeah,
it was the best ever, like winning and
everything that comes with it.
So all these people talk about that Bill has this bad rep with players.
But it's the majority of it's your Rex Ryan. It's your it's those guys that number one, were never a part of it. Oh, Rex was back in the day, but he couldn't beat it when he was the head coach. Or, a lot of these other players that played for other teams, like, yeah, they won a Super Bowl, but they didn't have any dynasty. There were nothing compared to what the Patriots were.
Yeah.
In any aspect. So it's a little bit of the going after somebody because in years past you never could. Now there's a vulnerable area. Go after Bill. Go after all the things. Like it's stupid. And at the end of the day, you respect Bill. He's the best head coach to ever do it. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's going to have a statue in front of Gillette. He grew this franchise from 170 million to 4 or 5, 6 billion.
I love the people that said, like, there's a lot of things that are coming out now, like, we're going to rebuild and Bill can't rebuild a team. What the fuck do you think he did when he got here? Like, he rebuilt it. Like,
well, the defense was pretty solid.
They were okay.
Yeah.
But here
he brought in a level of discipline, accountability, and looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he didn't just do that once. He transformed the organization 4 different, like it's 3 different or even 4 different dynasties within the one.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, you had all the same players for 15 years. Like, you had all these different sets of players, and then when one was gone, like when a high level one was gone, there was one coming right behind them. And
yeah.
Like, all the people that want to run Bill out of town and everything right now, if any NFL team is looking for a head coach and you're an owner, the number one name, if he's available on the list of coaches, would have to be Bill Belichick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you needed a coach?
Yeah.
Like, it would be
right
number
now.
one, Bill.
If I am the Saints, Chargers, Commanders, Panthers, if I'm anybody that doesn't have a head coach right now, Vegas,
yeah,
I'm going after Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I'm going after Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Bill Belichick. Give him a 4-year deal. Guy's going to be around at 75, 76. He's still going to be here.
Yeah. I don't think he's lost. Everybody's like, he lost it. I don't think he's lost it. I really don't.
You look good on Pat McAfee on the pregame college football, putting the helmet on.
Yeah. The thing right now is it's a talent thing. That's it. That's
It's a
the only reason why
talent
they're
thing.
not winning.
Now, whose fault is that? Maybe there's some Bill's fault in that, but at the end of the day,
you can't get it right all the
he's
time.
going to be able
either.
to coach a team up.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is all but 2 of their losses, they've been in the game until the last possession.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a normal 3-10 team like say like the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
That haven't really had a shot at winning a game.
Yeah.
Like, they've been involved in every game against
I
really
agree.
good teams, really good competition and everything. They've been there.
100%.
So it's not like if a couple things sway in a different direction, you could be a playoff team.
Yeah.
If a call goes the right way or a ball's caught, you could be a playoff team. So where do you think right now, do you think Bill Belichick's the coach of the England Patriots next year?
I think as of right now that there's probably discussions on how do we maximize Bill's value around the league. If we could trade Bill, I think they're talking about that. If they beat Kansas City and they go on like a 4-game winning streak, I think he stays.
Well, the thing is, if you beat Kansas City, right, and then you go sweep Buffalo, sweep the Jets, because those are some of your games left.
I think he sticks around. I think they keep him. I think they say...
Well, that puts you into a season, right, the momentum, right? Because that means you have... The thing with the team is that everybody talks this total rebuild. It doesn't need a total rebuild.
No,
Maybe on offense it does,
rebuild.
But it does not on defense.
Defense, they need a pass rusher, a little bit of depth in the
but
pass
it's
rush.
always like a normal thing where you get like a little bit of
Their
things you need.
secondary is lights out. Duggar,
Peppers.
Pep. They got
Phillips.
Phillips. You got Jay Jones. I don't know if he's going to be back. Jay Jones. Is Jay Jones a free agent? Anyway.
No.
But they have the key pieces there in the secondary to be
Their
very
defensive
good.
line is really good with
D-line's
Barrymore
good.
and Gotcha. And
Judon's going to be in his contract year. He probably wants a new deal, but I don't know if I'd give it to him because he's going to be 33 or 30, however old he's going to be. He's old.
Yeah.
So
you have some pieces on the offensive line. If you can plug the other spots, it'll be a lot better. And then you need a receiver.
You need receivers.
if you got DeAndre Hopkins, I think
And
it
a
would be
running
different
back.
year.
I'd take a young catch and run. They don't have like a James White or out of the backfield.
But you can find that in the draft, though.
Yeah, you can find that. But I think that this is going to be a big week for them.
Yeah, if they go out and beat the Chiefs, though, I think Bill Belichick. I think it's like 100%.
What's the weather look like for Sunday? You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. It's rain later in the day, so it's not till 6 p.m., so there won't be any rain. So it'll be like 50 degrees. No, cloudy. So a little zippy should be able to grip the ball.
Little zippy.
I just love how people are. You see all these things like of some of these Patriots fans that are anointing him the next Tom Brady right now. I want to just fucking vomit. Then you got fucking morons like here. I'll read you one of these things. I posted it because I thought it was so ridiculous of what this guy said about Devin McCourty. Because last week we were playing the clip of Devin talking about that the Patriots failed Mac Jones.
Yeah.
That fuck McCourty and his fake news.
Jeez.
Guy is in $100 million range because Bill took Rutgers player, then put him at safety because he was getting burned as a cornerback. Made him the player he was. I mean, the guy's a legend.
Guy made a lot of money, man. Dev. I'm wholesome, but come on.
But he's a legend, though. I mean, he won, 3 Super Bowls?
He's a legend. He's a freaking legend.
You're gonna and I love the people like it's fake news. He literally gave his opinion on it. He didn't say like
fake news.
Like he just said that he thinks that the Patriots failed him because guess what? He knows Mac Jones pretty well. He worked with him the first 2 years of his career.
Yeah,
he played against him in practice every single day. He knows him better than most people.
I feel bad.
I also wouldn't be shocked if Mac Jones is back either.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. If I'm Mac Jones, I want to just start.
I know, but
I want a fresh start.
Kraft want him back.
Yeah,
that's where it come to.
Well,
so you're saying though that if they win a bunch of games here at the end,
I think if
Bill's back.
Yeah, if they lose
every single game, I still think there's a chance he's back.
I don't. If they lose the rest, I think there is something to that. Germany game was like a tipping point. Because that was supposed to be like the home game for the Patriots in a market where they're very popular. The German market was the Patriots were the home team.
Yeah, Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots. Yeah, Patriots. So that is supposed to be potentially like the new, if we're going to play a European game, we're going to go to Germany. That's our home game. And it was a bad showing, a bad loss. Probably bad for them to potentially sell the team as the next home game when they're looking at these other teams. They're like, "Oh, we want go Kansas City, the Chiefs, the Patriots, boo, nein,
You're not gonna be allowed back in Germany.
No, they love me. Ninko, they like me with the beard, not clean shaven.
Did they know who you were?
Yeah.
Really?
Ninkovich.
Is that just because they saw your name like above you?
Yep. Ninkovich.
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan.
People handing you their AirPods.
Here's my Lederhosen.
You should have wore the thing.
No.
They probably would have. They put a ran you out of town.
Arrested me.
All right. So you're saying that if he doesn't win, then he's not back. If he wins, he's back.
Yep.
And I think no matter what, if Bill does leave, it's gonna be felt within a year or two. Just because if you got to put a whole new coaching staff in and everything, you're gonna be lucky to win 3 or 4 games next year.
Oh my gosh!
Right? You've seen it. You've seen all new coaching staffs.
Yeah, I've also seen the flip side of it, where a new coaching staff comes in, Sean Payton,
with the Saints. I was the draft class.
Yeah,
They won a Super Bowl within 3 years.
I know. But
They've
but
had a
how often
great
does
draft.
that work though versus the other way?
Looks like the Broncos are 1 game away from being in division champions. Sean Payton got something going on in Denver.
I don't think so.
Well,
They're not very good.
They look pretty
They've
good
got
to
an
me.
easy schedule. They
Anyway,
got lucky on games.
all right. Well, that's a wrap for the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 116.
Yeah, with the new one sip.
With one sip, everyone knows the rules.
You should have just had Edelman. You should have just sent him the link for the Zoom and got him up there.
I
Think
know.
about
I'll
it.
do that. We'll do that. We'll get him
Yeah.
a link next week.
Well, you said
No,
you
we got to get
Malcolm.
no, but Malcolm, I can't count on Malcolm. His ass might be sleeping. So we'll figure it out.
So you're gonna say you're gonna get either Julian or Malcolm next week?
I got to talk to Jules, but it's around this time because he's in Cali. So that's
Yeah, but
like
just do it towards the end of the show, though.
End of the show.
Yeah, you only need like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll ask him what he thinks about Bill Belichick.
That's it.
After the Kansas City game,
That's it.
is he gonna come out and see Taylor Swift? Is Rob Ninkovich gonna go see Taylor Swift? There's gonna be a lot of things to answer,
No.
and you'll be able to check Rob Ninkovich's beard growth here
Yeah, we'll see it.
for next week.
Yeah, it'll be back.
Yeah. But we'll see you guys next week. Check
you
us out
guys.
on danandninko.com. We buy your
Appreciate
merch
the-
there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube. We went over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think we're like 12,000 almost now all of a sudden. So it's been going good.
It's good.
Yeah, we'll see you guys
Thanks
next week.
for the support. We enjoy and love you. See ya.